What's going on, everybody? My name is CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell Shadow Walkers. What's going on?
What's up, RoBear?
Wow, wow,
Fuckers. All we heard was the "ers." Sounds like you said "cold as fuckers." So
yeah, I thought you did. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're starting.
Oh, my cam is froze.
Yeah, why is your camera frozen, buddy?
I don't know. I haven't looked at my true comp.
Did you, like, turn off the camera for true?
I mean, it's not the beginning of a show if Tyson doesn't mess it up.
I didn't have it pulled up. I didn't know it was froze. I was even on my other camera this time.
Man, someday you'll be a professional. Not there yet, new partner. Not there yet.
I'm a dude. Just get off.
And to start the show, we got our first lightning drop coming in from Dr. Death.
Dang.
Oh, another one coming in from Lefty. It's their new favorite thing. Just slam it down on them intros. Skirt's coming in with another million. Little do they know, I've reversed it. It's opposite day. They're actually all gonna kill you.
Oh.
that's how it goes.
Well, that's great.
Nice.
Okay, well, it's been nice.
I mean, just take me out early.
No, we gotta at least get you wed and Moodang Dong before we can have classic JRPG wedding interruption. Car Kid, what have you been up to this week, man? Tell us about your big breakthrough.
Man, it's been 1 week today having the partner button drop. It's been a fantastic week. Last night, I think stumbled across a little new thing. We're gonna try a little Tunes Day trivia, where basically I just played random bits of acoustic songs, and people had to guess what they were. And we awarded points for correct answers, and at the end of the night, the most points, you got a chance. The more chances you had to win a stupid, awkward timing decal. But people seemed to enjoy it. We had 67 people hanging out all night playing a little music trivia. So try to make that a more regular thing.
Fun.
Other than that, everything's been great. No complaints. Living the dream, man.
Chad, what have you been painting, dude?
We're getting close with a Milton. So we got that guy going.
Oh, dude!
Dope.
Oh my god!
So we spent about a good 3 hours last night doing that. I'm about, I think, 8 away from 300 followers. So there's that. That's kind of cool.
Wow.
Wow. There's that.
And
I bought
Chad's
a.
still famous in Canada.
That's true. I bought this, which is the base of a mini, by the way. If you can call that a mini, that's how big that thing is.
Is that the prison rock from Count of Monte Cristo? What is that thing?
This is the base for a skeletal dragon that's like over a foot long that I'm gonna paint eventually one day. But this is like 3 pounds. This thing.
Oh, you can bring back your smoke dragon form.
Exactly. But no, outside of that, not much. Being awesome as always.
Hell yeah. Serena, what you been up to?
I really have not done much. It seems like these weeks just like fast forward until it's a Wednesday or a Sunday, really. I did hang out with poor Caustic Phoenix yesterday. She had to go through her horror game, and it was hilarious. So that was pretty fun. Other than that, though, really nothing. Just doing adult stuff, which is lame. So.
Mike and Carl, you got a new backdrop, and might I commend, you were really quick on decorating the back area. Like, it looks like you guys are in a completely different room.
We're in a completely different house.
Okay. Well, no, like from when I give up.
Same room you saw him in, but now it's not boxes.
Yes.
Yeah, so literally before the stream, I was like, there's nothing on that bookshelf back there. I'm just gonna go put some weird nerd stuff on it real quick. So that's gonna change every week until we're all moved in.
Gandalf staff and Targaryen sigil. You're good to go. You don't need anything else.
Oh yeah, you can't see the samurai sword or the little mini Gandalf, right? Ooh, wrong shoulder. Right here.
Yeah, there you go. Love
and
that
we got Carly's favorite songbird up here.
Yes, I do love my songbird.
But yeah, it's been crazy this past week. Moving, very tired. We're traveling this weekend, so we're gonna have to pack after the stream. So we're not tired at all. We're very, very awake.
Go, Jesus! I wish I'm gonna pipe this in to scare the shit out of everybody else. Another lightning drop.
Mother goodness.
You know we're still in the air, right?
Well, we'll see. Maybe you are.
Not quite.
Your title does still say rerun,
yet.
RoBear.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, man.
One day you'll be a professional.
Then are we?
If I didn't have to hold your hand, someday I could fix the title. So close.
And are we on 18 or are we on teen tonight, there, RoBear?
We are on 18.
Ooh.
We're at 18 tonight.
We're on 18.
Hot dog. I guess it's a good thing I started off my night with a little extra then.
Yeah, I'm drinking. I got
Got
floor
some
wine.
Malibu.
Yeah, we got some more. We got some more
some
gas
Fireball.
station floor wine. Why not?
Nice.
I've been drinking some blackberry wine.
I was worried before stream. I was asking Mike and Carl. I was like, "How red do I look?" Because I have that fantastic gene where when I drink, I turn nice and red. So
You're not like beet red, but you're like senpai noticed me. I'm embarrassed red. Like,
You're not red, Serena. Don't listen to these assholes.
no, you're not red at all. I just wanted to make that joke.
that's
I
good.
mean, your neck looks a little red. This area.
It is. It is. I get very red and splotchy. It's great. It's so great being Chinese.
Oh, Chad, I found this for like $5, and hopefully it works. These, where's it at?
Look, it's
Are those awesome sexy
clock repair
glasses?
magnifiers.
Oh,
Yes.
That's amazing.
Nice.
It literally says it's for miniatures.
we're gonna turn you into Sid from Final Fantasy permanently.
So something exciting whenever Nord and I go on this trip is we're gonna stop in and see Scourgy Pants.
Well,
Oh,
gonna go
snap.
get some in-person butt touches, right?
Let's
Oh
go.
yes. Too many butt touches.
Mixer bringing people together.
I love it. I love it. So, big announcements over here. Last night, we had to reschedule our little trip into Ravnica with our magic-themed D&D one-shot. We're going to reschedule it for next week. We don't have the official date. We're looking at Monday and Tuesday night. We'll get that finalized for this weekend, so we can go ahead and get that Spark Bounty taken care of, and we want to go play in that universe, which is going to be awesome. Because of work, I had to go in early, worked late, but I came out, and for those who were awake, I streamed like 1:30 in the morning till like 5 a.m. and we had a massive crowd. We had like 500 people in here watching Magic the Gathering Arena. So thank you guys. It was very fun. Thanks Wizards of the Coast for the early access. You're the real MVP. For everyone who does play Magic, the new expansion cards are ridiculously overpowered. And you're gonna want all the Planeswalkers. That's all I have to say about that. You'll get murdered without them. It was a good time though. We had a blast. Played some games with 1UP, laid the smacketh down on him. Because remember, games are only really about shaming your friends that you're better at, not your random online competition. That's what it's all about. Other news, I announced it before on some of the previous shows. I will be headed to D&D Live next month. I will be going to LA prematurely even before E3. So I will be there for the release of the new module coming from Wizards of the Coast. So that's going to be super exciting. My first time in LA. I will post more details on that between Twitter and Discord for you folks that are out there, because I will be available to hang out and mingle. That's going to be super, super fun. If anyone is actually going to D&D Live, please let me know inside the Discord. I know it's going to be select because it's a very expensive weekend convention, but if you are, please let me know. I would love to meet you. That's going to be fantastic. Other than that, we're going to officially lay down that date for the Wild West one-shot this weekend. I've given myself the bounty to make sure I round up all the cats and lay a specific time down for it so we can start planning. I've already been compiling the music, but I'm ready to hop into that universe and make a better movie than Back to the Future 3. That's my only goal for it. I guess other than that, we should probably finally get in. By the way, I'm not gonna lie, when I hopped on today and I saw that little yellow caution sign on my Mixed Up bot about login, I about got a little verklempt. I was like, not again. This is not Wednesday update. Does not need to happen on Mixer every day before a show. But luckily, it seems like everybody is fine and logged in, so that is good.
Right.
All right. Let's go ahead and get you guys caught up where we left off last week in our abrupt but very entertaining session of floating in the air headed towards a city called Mudang Dong. The gift that just keeps on giving.
It's so good. It's so good.
There it is. There's the piece we're looking for. Badam. As our group of adventurers sailed off into the pillowy white cloud-top sky, people arose at different periods of time within their slumber to come up to the top deck. I'm so glad I actually said deck this time. We're greeted with a shower of cherry blossoms as they were headed to a new area that they've never been before. A place nestled in between the mountains called Mudang Dong. Upon arriving at Mudang Dong, you were greeted by Shitoshi, a very clever little fox that operated a breakfast cart in the sky where you guys were able to receive a hero's feast to start out the day. And unbeknownst, actually receive several gifts and blessings from Shitoshi on the way into town. As that cloud cover gently began to disperse, you guys were beginning to ease into an skyship docking station where you could start to see the outline of a turtle. Trish dressed in traditional hakama, tending to the docks at the moment. Rather stout build, olive skin, very, very brown, earth encrusted tortoise shell. Currently also wearing a large rice paddy hat. Clothing similar, not too crazy, not too flamboyant. Navy blues with just a little bit of gold trim. Traditional sandals. As we currently ease into those docks, we're not quite there yet where you can make vocal contact. We're just easing in right now. So if anybody wants to RP as we ease in to these floating docks, and you can see them, it almost doesn't want to make sense because there's just butterflies attached to everything currently suspending. It's a very organic, animated kind of structure. Very, very fantasy-like as you ease in, and you can start to see the very, very tip tops of buildings come through with very, very deep upside down V slants and sharp shingles and jade-like colors.
Seeing all the butterflies, Zephyr is reminded of her fairy necklace that she has. So she runs up to Lockhart and she goes, "What's this? What is it?
Well,
What is it? Look at it. What is it?"
I'm certainly glad it's not anything to do with spiders.
Sadly. No, look, it's like a fairy. Look at it.
He looks at it. Oh, it's not as easy to do when I got my belly full, but here, I'll take a look at it. And as he glances at it, oh, I hate you, Huron.
It explodes and I die. Bye, everyone.
You guys see another massive lightning strike hit a rod in the distance. And you can see that there's a large temple up on top of the greatest mountain peak that is within this range. As you guys continue to ascend into the valley, there's one mountain that's larger than the rest, and you can just barely make out a small temple building up above it and what looks like a metal lightning rod protruding above as it struck not once, but multiple times as you come through with no indication of a storm raging around you at all. It's entirely distracting from the serene moment that you have as you enter the outskirts of Mudang Dong.
What the fuck's up with that house over there? Lightning keeps hitting it. Makes no fucking sense.
Well, that's important and all, but the fairy thing is more important.
We'll get to that. You know, people can have multiple conversations on it. I know you're antsy and you're pantsy, but if another lightning bolt goes off, my trousers are gonna be soaked. Pee a little bit. If another lightning bolt goes off. And you can see there's visibly a spot showing up on on his hakama at this point in time.
Those were your new trousers, and you've already ruined
Oh,
them.
it's a wicking material. Don't worry about it. And he kind of starts to shake it out a little bit. I don't remember all this lightning over here. And I'm gonna make him have a wisdom saving throw to see if he can concentrate on the spell. Oh. He fails. We gotta get this damn airship down. This is not the way. This is not the way I'm gonna go. Is this time a lightning crash catches much closer and doesn't hit the lightning rod up towards the temple. Hold on, shake. All right, okay, this fairy thing. Hold on here. Yeah, let me get that. I can see It's dramatic. He's gonna make another wisdom saving throw.
I cast guidance on him.
Oh, thank you. This time another lightning shot actually hits the airship up at the top and goes
You're going to...
all the way down to Lockhart's leg and just like sparks up right before it gets him. All right, I get the picture. It's time to land this thing. What? I don't even see where it's coming from.
Well,
And
perhaps if you were not wearing all metal, you would not be so conductive.
well, apparently I just need to embrace it. All right, I'm gonna put my big boy pants on.
Yes, quit being so shocked at the lightning.
You know what? I told you, Aaron, if you made any more puns like that, I'd throw you right off this airship. I'm
I'd
not
like
kidding.
to see you try.
Or don't try me. Ah!
For fuck's sake.
Another one hits.
Sorry,
Buford grabs the wheel and steers it in while he has a fucking seizure.
Everyone else not as jumpy as me. It's like you can't even hear the lightning. It's like it's going off
Weird.
your head.
So strange.
His breathing's heavy. Okay, I got this. He closes his eyes for a second. All right.
So actually, instead of guidance, I just cast bless because I guess I don't have guidance. Oops.
Oopsie doodle.
Whoopsie.
As Lockhart
Uh-oh.
holds a hand to his chest, he casts guidance on himself. Okay. And he relays back to you. I think that fairy's still inside there. I get a little bit of a presence. And as I relay that to you, you know you have a one-time use of Healing Spirit. Healing Spirit is a spell that casts a fey creature of your choice, this time being a small fairy, into a small distinct area, and it's there for a minute, and when you pass through, you can collect 1d6 hit points. You have seen this before through Chikios.
The healing bidet, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
We call it Tyson's Roost.
Lockhart, while you are concentrating, what about these gauntlets?
Why is no one else at all affected by the fact that we're being under attack from lightning?
Perhaps because we are quite used to it.
Did you see that there is a turtle man over there?
No!
Did no one else is looking at him, right?
And this time,
Clash God, do not be racist.
the last handful of lightning strikes seem to come in and crash down past over where the temple is at.
Ooh.
I want everyone to get a perception check.
There is now a forest fire.
Doesn't matter what I roll, there is a turtle.
Why am I so bad at perception
teenager.
checks? It does not matter which character.
Who's
Oh, well, that's a great way to start the night. Nat
Who's-
20.
Yeah, 20!
Nice.
Nat 20's in the chat. Who's 18 or above?
Oh, nope.
Bloody, Car Kid,
Yep.
Flashgar.
Subhype. What up?
You
Here.
guys see in the
Oh,
distance.
Scourge.
Remember, focus, talk in chat, please. As you guys look up over towards the mountain, where those last crashes of lightning hit, something seems odd about the sky. It's not a storm, but it looks like you can see something darker than just the blue sky. It wisps and it twirls through the air. As it circles about a few times as you blink, it dissipates.
I'm sure that's fine. That won't come back to haunt us.
Lockhart, you You said you've spent time here before. Is this a normal day-to-day occurrence?
I told you I don't remember all this lightning at all. That's why I'm getting this airboat docked up. It is not my day to turn into a Kentucky Fried Chicken. As he slowly
You would be a very soggy chicken.
begins to descend himself into the air.
What? Clashcar, what is this? Do I see this turtle he's talking about? This turtle
Yeah,
individual?
you can see it in the distance. It's not hard to make out. It definitely looks like somebody who's taking care of the actual Skyport proper.
What color's his headband?
Headband? I told you it's actually a navy blue with accented gold.
Leonardo. Okay.
I'm gonna fly down to him.
I hadn't even thought about it being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Just thinking about the accent of his rice patty hat. All right. Anybody else doing anything on the ship that you just happen to remember in your notes that you want to throw onto Lockhart? Aaron Ye.
Okay.
Aaron Ye, I promise you I will get to those gauntlets in a minute. Just let me focus bringing this big boy down. And it's that moment from like like Chevy Chase classic like family vacation moment. Like, let me just fucking drive for a minute. I'll get to it in a second.
I'll sit on the ground then and just kind of push the melted remnants of my ring around.
It's so soaky.
Lockhart, do we need to go speak with this turtle individual that seems to be directing traffic to land here? Do we
Oh
need
yeah,
permission?
I'm assuming we're gonna have to pay the man to dock up over here for a little bit. I haven't been here in 45 years, so not exactly familiar with everything that's going on here. It was a lot. Well, it wasn't nearly this elaborate the last time I was here. It was a lot harder to get in and out.
Well, I could certainly go down and ask. Perhaps speak with him, see if there's a
Absolutely
document.
not. No. You should stay here, just in case.
No,
I
I'm-
feel
I'm
like,
very well versed with turtles. They are.
but aren't they land dwellers?
Yes, but not quite like you all. I've come across.
Whoa, mate! What the fuck does that mean?
Daddy Fat Nuts crawls
No.
out from underneath the hat
Pocket
on his shoulder. Oi! He crosses his arms.
Yeah. What he said, you shit.
Daddy
No,
Fat
no.
Nuts also has a matching rice patty hat somehow that's produced on his head as well, as he sits there with his hands crossed.
It's look, I've come to appreciate you all more than you shall ever know, but turtles have a way with words that usually coincide with how I like to perceive things, and it usually just works out better that way. They speak with a purpose.
Well, you know, I really don't believe you, but I want to see how this plays out.
Roll an insight
Fly.
check.
Fly my...
Hey, bud, you're really killing it. You should really continue with this line of conversation.
You want me to do an insight check?
Yeah.
Out of character, everyone on screen's eyes narrowed at the exact same time while he was talking.
That's a 19.
You tell me, Cart Good.
No, I've never talked to a turtle in my life.
You piece of shit!
You can
I'm gonna
totally
give
see it on
him
his face.
the good game coach pat on the ass and go get him, kid, and just watch. I'm gonna watch him crash and burn.
Pocket, I wish to go with you as well, because as much as you are so fantastic at talking to people, I really don't want to be kicked out of the city. It is far too interesting.
Oh, you are certainly welcome to join me.
Hey, Serena,
maybe-
you want to move your mic up a little bit to where you're at?
Are you coming with me as you are, or would you like to ride on my back? like I'm a majestic beast and or my I don't know, whatever you want to
No.
do.
Please,
At-
please stop talking. You are
At
making
that
us
time,
cringe.
Daddy Fatnuts jumps from my shoulder, gets into Karkin's face, and does the whole this thing at him, and he goes onto Aaronye's shoulder, just fucking staring daggers into him.
Oi.
Right, Cocked.
Oi,
Let's
oi,
go.
oi, oi.
All right, maybe I'll see. Let's go. And I don't know, how do you want to be carried? Maybe just want me to pick you up.
Like a lady, mate.
So I swoop her up like legs. What's I don't know what that carry is.
Bridal
I-
carry?
Fire-
Bridal
Fireman's
carry, like whatever. Not a fireman's carry. Like honeymoon
Oh.
into the bedroom carry.
That's a bridal carry.
Into the bedroom, Carrie.
Is that how you carry your wife every time? You're like, come on, Mel. You just take her to the bedroom.
Absolutely.
I thought you just clubbed her over the head and drug her by her hair, but that's
Oh my god.
Nope.
Oh my god.
we are gonna do it, Carrie. Yep. Nighthawk's got it. So I just pick her up and just fly off.
And
I
Daddy,
took him as he
Daddy,
went to take off.
Daddy Fatnuts is Daddy Fatnuts is on the shoulder.
of Aaronye.
Well, good
Hanging on.
news. Well, it's difficult for him to remain on her shoulder in the getting shit done carry. His nuts are able to counterbalance himself up over the shoulder, and as you guys slowly begin to coast down ahead of the airship, Daddy Fatnuts actually somehow has a carved pecan katana at this point in time, and is just going through the motions of a very uneducated samurai.
Adorable.
He's just- Little sidekicks every once in a while.
Little moves and swinging his little pecan sword left to right.
He's
So cute.
he's one of the Asian gray squirrels from Cape at SEMO.
Yeah, he'll shut down your power.
Fuck yeah, he will.
As we fly off, as we're getting close, I just kind of talk to Aaronye for a second.
I go, oh, what are y'all talking about? No, I'm joking.
Calm down, little bud.
So, you and Buford seem quite close as of late. Is it serious?
Yes, we have gotten very close, if that's what you're talking about.
Both physically and emotionally?
I mean, what are you trying to get at here, Cockett?
Well,
Be
I
careful.
mean, in where I'm from, when two birds mate, they mate for life, and it is
They do
a
that
sacred.
strange dance,
Yes,
and they.
it is a sacred. It's sacred, and it means something to me. So, Buford has saved my life, and you have saved my life, and you two are. I've come to think of you as friends, and I would very much adore the two of you becoming one for eternity.
Well, Cockett, as happy as I am to hear you give us your blessing, Buford and I care for each other quite a bit, especially with the fact that how short-lived he seems to try and be. So I'm not sure how serious that it is going to be, but yes, we do care for each other, if that's what you're asking.
Did you just turn about say you're gonna be there for his insurance policy?
She's
Continue.
life insurance only, bud.
Continue.
I find it adorable, and I hope you all the best, really, truly, I do. And now I'm going to let you talk to this turtle man. Because I've actually never met a turtle, and I really just wanted to go talk to one.
Well, I mean, if you have never talked to a turtle, now is your chance. But I just know if I put my hand on your arm, you should probably back off a bit.
I'll follow your lead. Usually you can speak better than me, and I always have the lingering thought of the man in the alley when we came into the city, and things didn't turn out so well at that point. So I'm trying to learn from my past.
That is very smart of you, then, Karkid. You have grown so much from just going around calling everybody a land dweller.
And you
Almost
guys,
dying old change a man.
at that point, have descended down onto the docks. As you touch down and let Aranye down, there is a small give to the woven bamboo-like structure that you're standing on. As it gives a little bit and then kind of goes back up. You can see a natural kind of give and take from the butterflies that seem to be holding everything up in place. And you can currently see the turtle gentleman reaching out with a long pole with a hook on it, trying to latch on in some way to the airship that Lockhart is guiding in at this point.
So he's already trying to go for the ship to attach it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hail and well met, sir.
And he kind of turns his head slowly, and it goes and turns, and he just holds up one finger slowly, and then slowly goes back to what he's doing. First try, as he reaches out with a long pole, he's able to snag some of the rigging on the side of Lockhart's airship. And as he grabs it, it looks like a set of magical ropes extend up and fasten themselves to the rigging and pull the airship close, never endangering or knocking the boardwalk that they're on as it gently eases in and comes to a rest. He exhales and closes his eyes for a second and goes back over and walks over in front of you, Karkid and Aranye.
Hello, turtle man, lady. I'm not sure.
Hand.
Solid.
Shit.
And his mouth opens up slowly. Hello, traveler. And at this point, you can see a long, wispy mustache that curls underneath a very aged and wrinkly face as he looks back out at you.
Hello, good sir. As you can see, our airship has just arrived. I hope we haven't docked in the incorrect procedure, but is there any payment or what do we... This is our first time in your fabulous Mudeng Dong.
There is no incorrect dock in Mudeng Dong.
No, we're good.
What is
Why
your
did you
name?
have to put so much emphasis on that, Rob? I was good.
What is your name, my turtle compatriots?
My name is Yoshito. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Kartala Kid Kralik. But most people call me Karkid.
And I am Erchenye. It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
He bows to both of you. Welcome. Welcome to Mudang Daw.
Very interesting name. What are the origins behind its development? This is all new to me, so I'm very interested in the lure of your city.
He
Robert, are
smiles
we in
and
range?
yes, you were just now disembarking from the airship, and at that point in time, Yoshito just takes his turtle. What do you say? Claw? What is a tortoise's hand? And he
Appendage?
he takes it and he just
Phalanges.
he just pats you on the head.
How tall is he? How big a turtle we talking here?
Pretty big turtle, man. Yeah, he's about
Turtle man.
turtle man.
Oh God, please no.
We're gonna say he's about 6 foot tall. He's big. He's a big turtle.
Oh wow, he's giant. That's a big turtle.
Big turtle.
If we're in range, I'm immediately hello. I think it's both of us just on the side of the boat, like, hello. How are you down there?
Hi.
And I
Hello.
take Zephyr and I just launch her off, knowing she's gonna float towards them.
These are my very excited compatriots. That is flying through the air is Zephyr, and Klashka is the big one waving furiously.
I look over and I take interest in the cats that Zephyr has. And I come over to Zephyr. I like your kitties. And he looks over at the staff that you have, and he pets the top of its head. And as he pets the top of the cat's head, you can see its facial expressions change, and it actually, the little cat's head goes over and it just winks at you, and there's just a little bit of rainbow magic that poofs out from the side. And he leans in and he begins to whisper into your ear. I need everyone to take their headset off except for Carl.
I get a special moment.
I very much want to roleplay this while I can't listen as Klashkar. What is he saying?
Shut up.
And he whispers in your ear, I don't actually talk this slow, but I like to fuck with everyone who comes into Mudang Dong.
This is wonderful. I like that we're sharing the secret.
I like your kitties, and you seem a very positive spirit.
What's your name?
My name is Yoshito.
Hi, Yoshito. I'm Zephyr.
And he giggles to himself. And
Did you know that your city, it sounds funny?
no one
It has
has.
the word moo in it.
And as he backs away from your ears,
You can put your headphones back on.
I can only hear your side of this conversation.
The face that Mike was making at whatever you were saying, Carl, was hilarious.
and he looks back at you. Many have mood, not many have dawn. he walks away with a smile on his face.
Our
And-
friend Yoshito was just telling us how it is customary for us all to talk slower and really think about the words that we're saying in the present moment. So I would like to join him in his slower way of talking and reflecting.
And you hear a, "Hey there, hi, my name's Klaus Gar. Hello.
Did you knock on his shell?
Slower.
No, that was me stampeding down the boardwalk.
I was like, I thought you were like, hello,
Well,
Mr. Turtle Man.
aren't you a big one?
Yep. Sure am. Hello there. What is your name, giant turtle?
My name is Yoshito.
Ah, well,
Bows before you.
I bow back and I am out of breath. I have been panting since I saw him.
Flashda, just as Zephyr said, perhaps we should take note of the customs and speak slowly and with thought.
With purpose. Yes.
I always tend to speak with purpose.
Slower.
This shall not be a problem.
I very much enjoy this slow talk. I can understand so much more.
As you keep talking in the same pace.
Yes. Welcome to Moo Dang Dong. And Lockhart is standing in the at the very edge, coming off the airship. His hands are kind of crossed, leaning back against the airship. Very trusting, actually. This is all
Are
gonna
you
hold
covering
him,
your wet
hold it-
spot?
Yeah, he's a little cross-legged to cover the wet spot. He's just snickering a little bit in the back.
I'm still very much interested in the name of this town. My friends find it to mean something other than what it does, so
Yes, it's very penicular.
is there a story behind the history,
You
the lore of this city?
ask questions like child. Too many. All at once. Come. Enjoy Moo Dang Dong. Questions will be revealed in time.
I really only just asked one question, but just multiple
You're
times.
talking so fast.
Kind of put my hand on Karkid again.
Gosh, damn it!
I point and just say, LOL.
After I calm Karkid down, I kind of look around. Buford, you getting off the ship there, buddy?
I was just sitting on the side smoking a cigarette. Just taking it all in.
I actually, for my flight in here, I actually am bumming off of Bloody Buford's Cigabape.
Joining in some bait companionship.
Chief
Thank you.
Keegan.
Thank you, Buford. It's not as good as my pipe, but it'll do.
Wow.
Yeah, it works. It's alright. Well, I guess we should go look at this turtle person and see why everybody's huddled around him. I guess. I don't know. So, yep.
And as you make your way into the docks, next to the rest of the group, do you do anything, Bloody Buford, before I have a moment?
Nope, that's it. I've been listening to everything everybody's been saying, just taking it in, letting it happen.
And at that moment, Lockhart steps down away from the ship. I need everyone to make a perception check.
Come on, better than last time. Yes.
Who's an 18 or
Another
above?
one?
Me.
Which I believe.
For once.
It's another nat 20.
What? Did you steal
know.
Carl's dice?
No, I love these blue dice though.
maybe you had like a bad aura or something in your last place. The new place has a better aura for you.
It was the orange wall.
Yes.
And you can see as Lockhart steps forward, he's kind of hunching a little bit as he comes in up to Yoshito, like, fuck it. And as you guys all notice and are able to snicker a little bit, he's like, I'm sorry, Yoshito, that lightning up there, it forced a little something out of me. He bends down. I mean no disrespect.
got,
Untaken.
got a little spot there.
We will settle your bill when you leave Mudang Dong.
That is wonderful, Yoshito, my friend. Thank you for your kindness and hospitality. And I give him a wink.
I just whisper over to Aranye. What happens if we stay here forever?
I am not sure, Cockett, but this place is beautiful, and from all the chaos of our last town, I feel I would be okay if we stayed here for a while.
Very pretty.
And about that time, one of the cherry blossom that falls down, you can see Yoshito's neck extend out as he grabs it and begins chewing.
Is this place held up by butterflies? Or is it just.
Yeah, we're totally suspended by butterflies.
Oh my god, you know what I'm doing next.
Frolicking like a maniac, right?
Chopping them down.
Just
Oh,
butterflies.
Are they big butterflies or are they small ones? Are they very
huge
sized?
butterflies? Yeah.
Carl, your face.
We're talking butterflies the size of eagles.
Ooh.
Oh.
In
It's a
varying
big
varying degrees of colors, from iridescent blues and purples to red and gold to jade colored. All varieties.
Yoshito, are we able to pet the butterflies? Because I have a great need.
I need to pet the butterflies, man.
Guys, but don't squeeze too hard.
Okay, I'm gone. As soon as he said yes, just phew, I am up and I am just gently patting the thorax of one of the ones that's closest to me. Oh my god, you're so pretty.
And like a pier at a ship dock, you're able to scale up some webbed rigging that kind of goes atop of a pole that's 3 or 4 foot tall, so you can get up on top of this and you just lay in to this pile of butterflies that are currently just up and down, and they're almost like velvet to the touch as you pet them, and it's a euphoric experience for you as you lay in a bed of butterflies.
That's everything I wanted. Yes,
You can die happy now.
I'm satisfied.
Very true. Do not actually pet
Do not actually pet the butterflies unless they are the size of eagles. This is correct. Enjoy the city today. It is beautiful. If you need assistance, come see me. I'll be here in the sky.
Yoshito, I did have a question actually.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
While we were flying into the harbor, lightning struck a temple over there. What is that temple? No point.
Yes. That is the temple of Dongitude.
Yep.
Yes.
The temple of
Dongitude.
I put my hand on her shoulder and go, thank you. She seems to be broken. We'll take her to a cleric to see if we can get her.
Did you say dongitude?
It's like
Yes.
attitude, but a dog.
Big green one. I said Dongitude.
That is hilarious.
I really need to understand the correlation of why Dong is so funny.
You will learn way of Dong before you leave Moodang Dong. Birdman.
I truly am excited to learn about your Dong.
Cool kid.
Yes.
Let me explain to you later what that could go be. Well, let's just not learn about dongs right now. Maybe.
No,
But
he's
Bufred, I was so looking forward to learning about your dog.
I just assumed he was.
That's a different story. We can discuss in private. We'll have a chat, Cool Kid, about dongs and things of that nature.
I just assumed he was talking about the history and the lore of the dang dong.
Yep, dang dong. Yep.
So that's why I'm interested in the dongs here.
Yes, you. Well, yeah.
And
Okay.
It's fantastic, Cockett. Let's go right now. Let's go talk about it later, please. Please.
Yep.
You did this, Rob, just so you know. This is all you did.
I absolutely know, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
Making my way, Dongtown.
Oh my god.
I know, I hate myself, Carl, but I was
I
there.
like that song. What is your name? Shrouded one.
I'll hold out my. Oh, Jesus Christ. He kind of, when Yoshio talks, he kind of leans forward, like trying to help him speak it out, and I'll hold my hand out and go, Buford's my name.
Buford.
How are you doing? Yep.
And he just bows.
I'll give him one back. And I'll still have my hand out because I was just put it out there and I was like,
He reaches out and shakes your hand. And like a grade school kid, he gives you the wiggle finger in the middle of your palm. And he just He just smiles. Watch out for the worm. He turns around very pleased with himself. Excuse me, but I have other airships to tend to.
One
Yes, green one.
One request. Can I knock on your shell? I've always wanted to do that. I've heard they're very, very strong. I just want to test them. Not very hard, just knock.
He turns his head sideways. You may knock on my shell if you bring me lunch.
That is a deal. What do you like to eat?
Traditional Dong cuisine.
Traditional. Carkid, write this down. Traditional.
Let me hang on. I don't have my black book.
You will find plenty of Dogani food.
Okay. I'm actually writing that down myself, but I'm just waiting for Carkid in
Yes.
character. Just, yep,
I-
we'll get that.
I haven't. Is there a particular restaurant that we can find?
You will find many bird of questions. I hope that you find answers.
I only have questions that there are no answers for.
Yes, and he pets your head again. And he goes to tending to another airship that looks like it's about to depart. And as you look over at the airship that's about to depart, it's actually all very, very well dressed 3-foot tall mice that are dressed in a very Spanish conquistador style with large ruffles and small rapiers to the side and very, very fancy large floppy hats with almost peacock-like feathers that stick out from the top. As he begins to tend to their vessel that is very Spanish colonial in flair. It's a smaller vessel than yours, but it has a lot of pizzazz. And at the front of the very front of the ship, you can see what appears to be a small, well, in this case, these large field mouse with a very conquistador style cap and a thick mustache with a blade held out towards the sky. You guys are currently alone on the decks together.
Black hats. Where should we go?
I can tell you exactly where I'm gonna go. It's time to get cleaned up. They need
Yes,
to.
you should properly deal with that.
You should speak for yourself. You're not exactly. Well, I'll just put it this way. You're a little ripe, Aaron. I think we need to head to a center. I think we need to head to a bathhouse immediately.
Now, Lockhart, you said you were there before. Do they have bathhouses in inns here, or?
Yes, I just said we're going to the bathhouse. We have several. We have choices to make.
What I really want to know, out of character, are there open house onsens, Rob? Can we go to an onsen?
Yes, there is an onsen. The best onsen is up towards that temple. It's got the best dark carbonated mineral water you're gonna find. And he looks down over and he goes, if we descend into the city proper, the lavender baths within the gardens are without repute. It's our choice.
I'm still petting butterflies over here.
I could most certainly go for a bird bath, preferably one sitting in a big pool of mineral water, but whatever is customary here for the culture of Madang Dong is perfectly acceptable for me. I would at some point like to visit the temple at the top of the hill and perhaps maybe restock our supply of potions.
I already have all the potions I need, and I pull out my coveted little health potion that I got from my headband. So this is all I need, and I put it back. And then I do this, and I'm actually sweating in real life. Chat, you can see it.
Oh, God.
I go, no, I feel great. I feel absolutely fine. I think I smell terrific.
You smell as an ogre always does, my friend.
And I punch him in the face.
At that moment, Daddy Fatnuts runs down Aaron Ye's shoulder and runs up Bloody Buford's pant leg all the way up to his shoulder. He looks over at Bloody and he leans down and gives your pit a little sniff. And he looks back to you and he goes, "Oi." And he smells his own and he really shakes his head and looks over and he goes, "Oi, oi, oi."
Well said, mate. Well, might as well go get cleaned up. I got some things I need to buy anyways. Head to town. Some stuff and things, bits and bobs. I gotta tell Call Kid. We need to have a discussion about dongs and things of that nature anyways. On our way there, I'm gonna just put my hand around Car Kid's shoulder and really just let him know, listen. We're talking about dicks, man. Male appendages. Yeah, just tell him all the fucking names of dicks. It's Pecker and Woody and Stiff, just every fucking vernacular thing.
Trouser snake. You know.
Right. Fucking.
I write every single one down, word for word, in my book, as serious as ever.
The one-eyed purple.
No, not Siri. Shut up.
No, wait, that's not the name of
Why
a dick.
a dog?
You can name your dick Siri, but that's not a name for a dick.
And as you begin to describe your version of pinacular,
Yeah. Red Rocket.
you begin to hear the sound of bells. And as it slowly begins to echo out, it begins to ring in unison as you look out now on top of the air docks, looking down within the city of varying degrees of pagodas. You can see long rectangular bells all chiming at the same time all over the city. And as you look out at the expanse of cherry blossoms and gardens and general city traffic below you, you all chuckle inside your head as Lockhart crosses his hands. "Oh, you fucking idiots! It's not about dicks! I got a lot of bells over here!" And it goes, oh, the things I hear from this group. And Lockhart begins to descend down and make his way down the steps.
I'll go over and herd Zephyr away from the butterflies. Like, come, Zephyr. We need to go to the baths.
But first, okay, give me your hand.
Let me take a selfie.
And then I take her hand and I like I make her pet one of the butterflies. I'm just like, look, now you can say you've done this.
Check that one off the bucket list.
They are as soft as velvet, Zephyr.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Seeing that they're taking some time, I will walk over, get right next to their faces, and what are we looking at?
I grab his hand and I do the same thing. I'm like,
And I grab his face, and I also put it on the butterfly.
And I lick it. I will lick the butterfly as I pet it. Okay, let's go.
Roll
We've
an
tasted the
animal
butterflies.
handling. Roll an animal handling check as you lick the butterfly.
then roll
Maybe
Constitution.
saving.
Yeah.
Animal handling. That's an 11.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
All right.
You're so silly.
That's gonna be a 9
All right.
with disadvantage.
And we're gonna fight Mothra.
Yep.
Clashgar.
Yes.
I need everyone to take their headset off except for him.
I've never had one of these.
Clashgar.
Yes.
After you get done licking the butterfly, you just see a kaleidoscope of colors begin to invade into your vision. Your breath becomes labored. It's like you ingested an entire case of Red Bull at once. You currently cannot stand still and have to at least run in place. Everything looks like a kaleidoscope version of stained glass in front of you.
Does this like happen immediately?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And the rest of you witness Karkid beginning to breathe very heavy. Clashgar. And go ahead.
Well. Whoa. We should step away from. I just start dancing all over the place, and so we should just keep going, huh? Yeah, we should just go.
Give me a performance check of how you're remaining in motion.
And I'm just looking at everything as if I've never seen anything before.
Pop them all in. Woo!
So he's just like dancing all over the place?
That's an 11.
An 11.
It's with my minus.
I need you to roll a 1d10.
So as he's doing this, as I see him dancing around, I break out my pan flute and I'm just like.
I rolled a 1
You rolled
Wow.
a 1.
on the 10.
And seeing you in motion, poorly dancing to yourself, you can hear laughter. As currently the very Spanish mice are giggling at you as they're beginning to descend away. Yoshido looks back at the rest of the group. Don't lick the butterfly.
And everyone speaking slower here just makes it that much worse. It's like at the end of like one of those montage scenes where you see faces going around the person's head as they're thinking, and you're just like you should have done this, you should have done that, like just madness.
This may be a poor decision, but I want to sneak up behind him and try and scare him.
And he
Roll
falls to his
stealth.
death.
Is he still dancing?
Yeah.
Awesome. Just making sure.
19?
Against his passive perception, yes, you're able to sneak up on him.
Damn.
So I just want to like pop out and be like, boo! And scare him.
Ah! Oh, my God, Spider Lady, you're so colorful and terrifying.
And then I want to look him in the face and then just let a spider crawl out of my mouth to see how terrified I can make him.
And Yoshito sees all this going on and beginning to see the bad trip that's creeping on Clash Garb.
My favorite gift for the spiders.
He hands you
I did it, it's too late.
He hands you a small golden wrapped medallion and pats you on the head. Suck on this.
I don't even reach out for it. I literally like put his whole hand or claw in my mouth. Just
Oh, it's so salty.
And you literally, your lips somehow suck it from the wrapper that it's in. You realize that you have an Old Werther's in your mouth, and the butterscotch flows through your system. And that butterscotch and General Cream prevents you from taking 45 points of poison damage.
oh.
Oh my god.
Well, Dad, don't lick those butterflies, y'all. It's
Y'all.
Southern?
yes. Apparently,
Klaska, are you... Come on, snap out of it.
yeah.
How many times have I told you not to put your mouth on random things since the first time we've met?
Well, that wasn't. Well, first off, phrasing. 2, let's not talk about that time. It was embarrassing for both of us.
I want to
Also-
details.
Also, Yoshito, thank you very, very much. And I just hug him around his shell as much as I can. You saved me from a terrible poisonous fate of losing my mind. And I slow at the end, remembering what he told me.
Green one, get me lunch.
I'll even get you dessert as well.
And he just kind of grins.
I slowly creep my way down the steps as the aftershock of this hallucinogen on this butterfly is wearing off.
Let's go to the place that you said, Aranye, the bath place that you were so excited about.
Yes. Let us go right away, please. Holmesy. Let's go.
I don't know what it is, but I'm very, very interested.
Hold on. Do you want to go to the bathhouse near the Temple of Dongatu with the onsen or the lavender baths of the gardens below?
Well, I don't know what the first one is or the second, so I will defer to Aranye.
Which which one would you suggest, seeing as ripe as we are?
You need to go to the onsen. There isn't enough carbonation in any spring to cleanse the smell of my air ducts right now. Yes.
Clashgar hurls over the edge.
I kind
I'll
of.
pat him. Sorry, go ahead.
I think
I was-
that's what has to happen.
I am very sorry about that.
And he breathes deep. Me too.
I whisper over to Buford, since we just got done talking about dongs. Does an onsen have anything to do with a dong as well?
No fucking clue what that is, mate.
Oh,
So,
okay,
probably
it's
not.
not just me.
No.
Okay, I thought I was
Yep.
a real idiot there for a second, so glad we're in the same boat.
Yeah,
Actually,
same boat.
that is a good question. Yoshito, are they mixed baths or separate?
In the city proper, they are separate. In the onsen at the Temple of Dongitude, they are not.
Ooh.
Mm.
Well then.
Is that a problem? I mean, I'm not wearing clothes as it is, so
You're naked?
Your friend burned it, mate.
I mean, I have properly paced pouches and leather accoutrements, so
I kind of just.
Both of us are just like looking down there, seeing what's going on.
there's a fancy leather
Codpiece.
piece there, yeah.
It's
And-
beak like.
As Yoshida looks back at the rest of the group, where you're standing, he slams his staff down a couple of times, and as he does, literally, you can see the shape of the woven bamboo underneath your feet structure and break apart.
I think he's kicking us out.
As you are currently now floating on your own square, he waves back to the group as a whole. You are suspended by butterflies on either side of this square as he motions, enjoy the Mudang Dong Onsen. You begin to drift, and instead of going into the city proper, you guys are now floating towards the Temple of Dongitude.
Guess we're going to Dongitude.
Oh, right. As we get away from the main dock, I get in my pockets and I grab all of the cherry blossoms that I caught from the boat. I threw some at Aranye and Bloody, but I still had some more. So I grab them out and I just start throwing them off the back towards Yoshido, and I'm just like, goodbye.
And it looks like every JRPG fantasy that you've ever wanted. It's just this distinct trail as we begin to float and glide away. And it's almost like they suspend what you might even suspect magically for a little bit longer in the air as Yoshido winks back at you.
And
And as
just
you-
like a JRPG, one petal falls gracefully on Bloody Buford's hair, and I reach up and gently remove it.
Lovely.
One lands on me as I'm laying down.
go ahead and take a quick bathroom break on that note.
Sweet.
Do you need anything?
I'm just gonna get more water if you're going downstairs. Thank you. Man, that was ridiculous. The funny part is I was already planning on licking the butterfly before they pushed my face into it. Like, that was my whole plan to go over there.
Raven also says, don't lick the butterflies.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, Stevie. Let's go Blues.
Stevie, are you a Blues fan too? Moodang Dong is great, man.
It's the absolute best. I was literally like I already have a great idea coming up for this if we are going shopping. Write myself a note, actually. Okay.
That's awesome, Peekaboo. I love it.
Sweet. Man, so how was that Magic the Gathering, man? I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the Fat Pack.
Ooh,
for it.
Strong Planeswalker cards, man.
I looked at a few of the previews of them. They look pretty sweet.
The control decks seem to be even more enhanced.
Oh, god damn it.
Like it, yeah. I used a red blue black is deadly in game.
Oh yeah, you got your instants, counters, and like your insta kills.
It's awesome, but also my super aggro white weenie deck with Gideon is legit.
I finally beat a white weenie deck. I love that phrasing, by the way. I finally beat one of those decks because I used my white-black vampire life leech deck.
Yes.
And it's not your typical life leech. It's got like a Johnny's Pride Mate and a bunch of other ones that have to do with like you get a bunch of soldier tokens out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I played with one of those last night. I didn't get to play with that new boar. Yeah, that I never encountered the new boar either, Scourge.
I'll be right back.
I don't know, it's hard for me not to play the white-black vampire deck that's like the basic deck they give you.
Yeah, Eternal
That's just
Thirst is
my
super
favorite
fun.
one. Yeah.
They're so
my
good.
ass with that deck.
It's a super fun play style because
Yeah.
you're able to dish it out, you get some back. It makes you feel like you can be in it longer, even as an inferior player to somebody else that probably knows what they're doing. The Reds,
For sure.
I could not beat anyone's red super aggro red deck.
I need to dive into Magic more on Arena just to see.
You'll love
just
it.
to learn, because I really want to learn how to play the blue deck just to fuck with Mike. That's the only reason.
And fuck with Mike is with what you will do.
That's all I want. Oh man, so many things to do.
Well,
I remember back in the day playing the actual card game like one time with somebody's red goblin deck, and that was fun. I remember that because it was just so quick, like
so
low-cost
quick.
minions to throw out there.
Man, I love me some D&D wine, man.
Concert.
Can't wait for our token art to be finalized. It's gonna be so freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Buford looks like.
It doesn't close all the way.
Okay.
Scourge, did you say you made a kitty cat deck?
Meow.
All cats?
Cat deck, nice. Appreciate
I'm
everybody
about
hanging out
to-
tonight and the dick jokes.
Yeah.
Classic.
Deck.
Thanks for letting me call someplace the Temple of Dongitude. Appreciate that.
I had to hear you say that 3 times to make sure that's what you said. I was like, that's why I even asked the question. I was like, did you just say dongitude?
I even had a separate name, and I'm like, no, man, we're just gonna milk this thing a little bit further.
Going all in. We're
That was
milking
my
the
old-
dong jokes, eh,
Uh,
Rob?
Hey, it's a city of bells. It's the city of bells. I determined that.
Because,
a long
people
time
call
ago.
bells dongers.
Yeah, that's a dong. That's a
That's what we
big
call 'em
donger
back
you got
home.
there.
That's what I'm
Voodoo.
gonna call them now.
They're like, oh, that's a
Hey, look
fancy
at them
donger
dongers
you got
over there.
there.
Hey
Actually,
guys, I can't wait for the little Christmas episode at church where they do all the donging.
Them damn church dongers going off again.
Yeah.
Singing all those dong carols.
I feel like maybe I shouldn't scream a whole bunch of dong
Sure.
jokes because my dad is visiting and he's in the other room and he's gonna be like, "What is she doing? This is how I raised my daughter."
It does.
daughter
It
talks
does
about
change your
dongs on the
perspective
internet.
when you move it to Carol of the Bells to Carol of the Dongs.
Ding dong ding dong.
All right. You guys are currently floating in the direction of that temple on your small cart.
I'll get out Daddy Fat Nuts and have him in my hand, just watching him do these fucking, what are they, these fucking movements and shit with his little sword. And I'm like, what? Where do you learn all this shit, mate? Teach me your ways.
And he looks back at you with his little pecan sword, katana. Oi. Oi. It seems to be getting better at his emotions. Yeah, he
Jesus.
He crits.
Samurai
cuts your nose
squirrel.
off.
that's where a bad Daddy Fat Nut crit goes. Is right there.
just watch him in amazement. And I go, that's kind of, I don't really say much, but I was kind of pointing at him, look around, and notice that nobody's paying attention, and I was like, whatever. I just sit there and watch him the rest of the way as he's fucking doing his movements and forms and shit. It's like watching a squirrel do Tai Chi.
I want to, as I come to more terms with my friends that are always stuck on the land, I want to just sit on the raft, legs crossed in like that traditional monk meditative state, and just kind of look up at Klashgar and do the old like tell him to sit beside me. I don't say anything.
I'm already laying beside you.
Oh yeah, you're laying down. I forgot
You're like-
you're tripping balls and just coming off a bad trip. So,
Yeah, I'm just recovering.
well,
And
in
it's-
that case, I just want to sit down and
It's on his way
take
out.
in everything as a non-flying member of the party right now.
A land dweller.
I want to sit and appreciate not having to use my own physical forces to fly. Soak it all. Soak in the dong atmosphere.
I push him off the side. No, I don't do that. I'm just kidding.
I'll turn to him and I'll just say, you know, if I had wings, I wouldn't use them because that's like running, and I'm kind of lazy.
And you guys, as you guys talk and have a moment, Lockhart staring solemnly at a place that he hasn't been in a long time, and longingly as we have almost arrived at another small little bamboo boardwalk as the butterflies end their flight pattern. it sets up, and you can feel the brisk cold of the top of this mountain. And you can see a very prominent temple that you had only seen from afar, with a large pagoda leading up to the lightning rod that you had seen struck many times from a distance.
What does the lightning rod look like?
The lightning rod is much more functional than just decorative at the top. But when you look, you can see that actual rod comes down, and as it hits the base of the building, it actually twists and turns into the mouth of a dragon as an extension, and makes it look as if it's that dragon's own tongue.
Oh, that's cool.
I was thinking you were gonna put a dick joke in there. It's just a big old tongue.
But that is a much better response.
And as you guys look towards the Temple of Dongitude, you can hear an audible hum as it captures another large lightning bolt. It engulfs, and when it hits, you can see the eyes of the dragon flare up, and that energy twirls down, and it's almost like a flash of light that comes out the very front of that temple, even though you can't see very far in.
Cool. Which is awesome.
And as you guys shiver, you step foot on a very snow-encrusted mountaintop.
I'll take my duster-style jacket off and drape it around Araignée, and I'll just kind of put Daddy Fat Nuts closer to my chin for the warmth of the squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Do just a general perception check of the building. Are there people, or what do I see? Is it just us right now, or is it like
What
a
do your
busy
bird eyes see?
area?
And you look out and you can see the temple proper of Dongitude. And then you can see another set of 4 corners of much smaller pagodas. And you can see a very strong steam coming up from between those 4 pagodas. And Lockhart looks back at the rest of the group. All right, it's time to get all cleaned up. Follow me. It's been a while. And he begins to head into the direction of the 4 smaller pagodas. And the color of the general roofs is a very jade-like green, and has a gilded bright gold on the edges, and comes down, and it's more of a almost burgundy red shingles that come down the sides of these pagodas, and you can see light tan colors and earth colors mixed in between.
Just want to take as we're walking in, shade in, rough sketch picture of what it looks like, with small details here and there of the things that perk my interest.
As I'm
All
laying
the
down,
dongers.
yeah, I'll roll over and just like, please, what you drawing there, bud? As I think you said you're sitting on the edge of it with your feet off, right?
Yeah, I'm just taking in the. Have we landed yet, or are we still just pulling right up to it?
No, you're officially on the snow-capped mountain.
Okay.
Okay, That's beautiful, bud. You're getting a lot better.
Thank you. I need to be better at details, and I can't afford to miss anything anymore. It cost me once, and this is a necessity for me now.
Carly, roll a perception check.
God.
18.
I can't wait to fix the audio in y'all's room because it's horrible.
Oh, I know. There's nothing. I don't have any sound things up at all.
It's so bad. Carly.
18. Yes.
You can actually see very, very similar cat statues on the corners of each of these pagodas.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
Oh my god, that gift from For Namesake.
Oh,
Wow.
kitty.
I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Me again or no?
Everyone.
Meow.
Who is above a 20?
I'm at 20.
6. So close.
Carl. It seems like you can see out of the corner of your eye something dash through the snow from your peripheral. Seems like you've seen a very, very fat cat.
Oh my god, I'm chasing that cat.
When you look, again, you don't see it at all.
No. Darn it. Where was it?
It was off in the distance, skulking somewhere around the outside of the pagodas on a little further range up above.
Darn. Would I be able to walk there pretty quickly or not?
No,
No? Okay.
it's pretty far in the distance.
Oh, okay. Darn.
Lockhart, are we going to go in the bath now, please? Yes?
Yes, I would prefer not to smell like this the rest of my time in Mudang Dong. Yes, come on. Yeah.
To be fair, I've
You
never.
do not have to tell me twice.
Never.
And I'm
really
already
known
running to the
uh,
bathhouse.
To smell very pleasant.
I will roll off and put my face into the snow to wake myself up a little bit, and then stand up.
Haven't you put your face in enough things?
I just give her a little toothy grin, just... Yes. No thanks to some people.
As you take your little snow dip, you pop back up. You guys begin to descend into the front of one of the 4 pagodas that surrounds this onsen. And you can begin to smell the heat and the humidity. As you make your way up, there's actually a very, very large panda humanoid and a traditional hamaka standing in front of a very simple carved stone desk. slowly chewing on a shoot of bamboo about the size of a ruler.
Oh, hello, my panda friend. How are you today? And I bow.
I also bow.
And he
I'm hunched.
bows as well.
Why are you hunched right now?
Why are you hunched?
I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it when I said it. I meant.
Oh God, pandas!
I'll pat him on the back and go, it's the after effects. Butterfly, mate.
I meant
It'll
for,
wear
like-
off, don't worry.
I meant from not feeling good. I'm just kind of hunched over.
Like, man,
Sorry. Sorry.
that chewing really got you going.
I'm so
I
sorry.
didn't know his Clash Guard's a big furry fan.
I regret everything. I regret everything.
Oh, that's great.
And the large traditional black and white panda male looks back at the rest of you. How many?
Well, there's 5.
6 and a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yes.
Looks about, staring over the rest of the group. This would be your cue, Bloody Buford, for your squirrel.
I just kind of lean to where you can see the squirrel, and I go, squirrel.
And Daddy Fat Nuts, and then tucks away his little pecan samurai sword. Oi. The panda sticks out his finger. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bears. And he extends his left hand out. And Lockhart, don't worry, everybody, I got this. It's like buying the first round of drinks back in your hometown. He flips 10 gold coins.
Nice.
And the panda looks back and goes, no. And hands him back 8 of those coins.
Oh.
Keep those. Keeps chewing.
What is your name, my fellow panda friend? I love meeting new
Don't say land dwellers, Karkin.
people. I wasn't sure the correct term, so I just went with person or people.
That is best.
Humanoid creature.
My name is Kenshin. Why do you all talk so slow?
I'm
What?
giggling like mad.
Told us that is how it is to talk. Apparently,
Who
was
taught
playing
you
Rachel.
how to talk here? You're very interesting travelers. Go get bath soon.
damn it, Yoshino.
Damn it. We're back to the fast speak. This is not
You-
great.
Enjoy bath. And he just keeps
Thank you.
chewing.
I think I'll continue to talk slow with a purpose. It is soothing to me while we are here.
You do that, Birdman.
I just bow again.
Enjoy the powers of the mineral. Enjoy the powers of the mineral spirits. Go get in, bird. Next. And he bows down to the rest of you as you guys make your way in towards the bathhouse, and you guys end up going through a montage of soap suds and scrub brushes, and as you pull down, it's actually on one of the levers. It's actually it's a chameleon. As you pull it down, its tail bungee cording back and forth. It's like, ugh. As you pull that chameleon down, it dumps a fresh bucket of hot water over the top of you as you guys all go into your own independent montage scenes. If you want to give me one highlight from your montage, go ahead and flavor that for the group.
Mine's just... So go ahead, Mike.
Nope, go ahead.
Mine's just Daddy Fat Minute scrubbing my back. He's just scrubbing the shit out of my back for me. And then I scrub his back.
Boy.
Mine would be, Car Kid, do you float on top of the water, or do you actually, like, dive in?
Well, mine was going to be, since I haven't got my horns wet before and they're new, I kind of test the waters a little bit with the horns, and very quickly, like a duck putting his head underwater for the first time and like trying to get something out, I just kind of go in real quick and see what happens with the horns, see if anything changes, see if they're waterproof, and then once I find out that, I guess if they're okay, I just fully submerge, duck underwater, and go in.
And yeah.
So, little do you all know, all of Zephyr's armor is like, you know, the wind pants that you can snap off? All of her stuff is like that. She just goes and just belly flops right in.
And you guys aren't in the actual bath. You're in the scrub down before you get into the onsen.
I don't know how this stuff works, all right?
You wash off first, and then you go out to the actual bath to soak.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Then
you
you
guys
just
are
see
just
I'm just holding down. I'm just holding down
that chameleon.
the chameleon mouth, and it is just like continuing.
Waterboarding yourself.
And you can tell like the chameleon changes colors like the longer you hold it. It goes from red hot as the temperature of the water changes to cold. Sticks its little tongue out.
And I'm removing my robes and stuff, and I take off my boots, and I kind of like smack the bottom, and you see spiders and some snakes fall out.
Snakes?
Putting them off to the side.
You're like a dingy basement. Spiders and snakes and shit. God damn.
That girl's a basement woman.
Yeah. Get her out of that hut.
And just kind of like scrubbing down normally while I'm like looking over at Zephyr, like waterboarding herself with the chameleon. I'm just kind of like.
You guys. Oh yeah, go ahead, Clash Car. Go ahead.
Oh, I just rub up against whatever, like the wall, like Baloo in the Jungle Book. Just.
Listen, your body.
I don't. Yeah, I can't reach my back, so I just rub against whatever.
As your skin begins to soften in the shower, it's like you take 5 layers of dead skin cells off at one time. It's been a long time since you've exfoliated, Clash Car.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah. You're so crusty. You could take a shower, and as you dried off with the towel, you would still be pulling off more skin.
Oh, he's like an old man, skin just sloughing off of him.
No, we don't need to go down that road anymore.
A lot of slalling off.
I think that it's starting to back up the drain, so I kindly pick it all up and put it in the trash can.
As you go to try to take it from the trash can, the chameleon actually pulls the wad from your hand.
I think even Klashkar's a little disturbed by that one. He just, well played, but I've learned the lesson today, and that's not to lick things you shouldn't. So, good luck with that one, lizard.
You can actually see as you begin to walk out of the bathhouse, that chameleon's tail uncurl from what it's connected to and hit the ground face first. And as you stare at it, you think it may be dead at first, but then it gets up, kind of cross-eyed, and begins to claw its way back up the sides of the shower wall to get back up into position.
Is it residual highness, or is it just how gross it is?
No, 100.
Is it a little bit of both?
No, it's 100% is residual.
Having been there, I will try to help him up a little bit. Just a little.
He smiles back at you. It's only a lizard that has to work in a bathhouse and control the hot water can.
Sadly.
So is it? In real world, I don't know how the fuck this works. So we go through like a scrub place, and it's like a communal bath area where we all just jump in and.
You have currently emerged between these independent little private areas to scrub yourselves. You realize that you have to set aside in these rudimentary wooden lockers that this is letting it all hang out. This is one giant unisex hot spring as you stare out in this time in between the quadrant of those 4 pagodas. You look out to the hot steam coming off of this pitch black mineral water that seems to be bubbling and steaming in a large pool. I hate you for that lightning strike.
Oh.
And we
Performance
all
checks,
get
everybody.
electrocuted.
You can see in typical bathhouse fashion, there are 3 very old men that seems to be like they are here every day in the corner, and one much older woman in the opposite corner.
That is too real. That happens all the time.
No towels, like just we're out.
Normally, you can go in with a towel wrapped around you, and then you can take it off and get in the water, or get in the water and then take it off. You know.
Lockhart currently has his towel, much like the regulars, already up on top of his head. As you can see, Lockhart's dwarven butt cheeks as he slowly crunches and walks his way into the pool of mineral water. You guys jump as that lightning rod is struck 2 more times.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
goodness.
Oh my god.
And it makes Lockhart just kind of jumps and dives in, kind of like a penguin.
So,
Good Lord.
because he peed on the boat, does this mean they have to drain the hot springs and fill it back up because he maybe
There's
peed
been
a
so
little bit
many
in the
lightning
pool?
strikes, he's got no pee left.
I
Got none left. You done made him jump too much.
So
run and I cannonball, butt ass naked, right in.
Karkid has the familiar air. Like, he was comfortable in the private area in the washroom, and then walked out, not exactly knowing what he was walking into, and seeing a plethora of nakedness.
Don't be weird about
Is-
it, Bird.
Very embarrassed because he had no clue and has had for the most part, a life of being celibate. and has not been around many naked people. Only the ones,
It's okay, car kid. Everyone over here's a grown, not a shoulder. It's alright.
But you guys see him, and his red mohawk of feathers turns super bright red and stands like straight up, even taller than normal, like pointing like nine red feathers, just bam, 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 instantly go whoosh, like a fucking.
Red rockets, mate.
And not knowing what to do, just runs straight into the pool and like just hunkers down in the corner and just like slicks his feathers back to try to get them to go down, but they just keep popping up.
Anybody else have an entrance into this hot spring?
I just have like a towel held in front, and then my hair's up to keep it out of the mineral water. I just casually, not jumping, not freaking cannonballing, but just slowly sink into the water and just relax.
You shake your head in disgust as you can see the faceless expression of the regulars sitting over the side, just shaking their head as you descend.
I do make sure to keep my back though from everybody though, and then sink down so it's covered by the black water.
Tasteful as you descend into your necrotic pool.
Yeah.
Buford walks in with Daddy Fatnuts on his shoulder. Daddy Fatnuts has a towel around his head. Buford's just like no towel, no nothing. Sees the old people on the side, finger guns them. just kind of walks, like steps off into the pool like he's still walking, just goes straight down.
And Flashguard will just walk out. No problem at all. I'm mostly naked most of the time anyway. And just walk forward and just plank straight into the water.
You guys are such animals. This is a public bath.
Just
all in it.
I cannonball into my baths in real life, so this is true to real life.
I take it back, Rob. If we ever do D&D in Japan, I'm never going to an onsen with any of you people.
There's just going to be a lot of explaining to do, Serena, that's all.
Be like, I'm so sorry. Please don't kick us out. I'm so sorry. We're American. We're idiots. I'm sorry.
And as you guys soak up the scenes around you, you can feel the carbonating bubbles around you, and the mineral water feels excellent around your body, and you feel relaxation for the first time in a very long time. You look over and you can see Lockhart's long silver and white hair pulled up into a man bun, currently soaking up the moment. You can see the scars across his face, currently not wearing an eye patch, the scars across his body of a well-worn adventurer, just taking in, leaning up against the rocks that surround this pool. It slowly begins to snow over the top of us as well. Everyone is brought a small beverage by a tiny, tiny fox, not as large as Shitoshi.
Like a fennec?
Snow fox.
Yeah, we'll rule him. He's got big ears, like a little fennec fox.
I love fennec foxes.
No.
As it comes around with a small goblet, is able to hand to the rest of the group. It's actually a small cup of plum wine.
Oh.
And he doesn't say a word, just bows, hands you the cup, and lets you continue on. He's also dressed in a traditional hamaka. Nothing fancy. I need everyone to give themselves 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
And you guys also receive the benefit of a long rest if you have not clicked that as well. In a short
Is that on
period
top
of
of
time.
is that on top of our temporary hit points from the Heroes Feast?
It is on top of those.
Nice. Jeez, we got a lot of temp. Let's go find somebody to murder, I guess.
No.
I start with the old people in the corner.
What?
What? Sorry.
You guys are currently all relaxing inside of the hot springs. You can feel the smooth rocks beneath your feet, and you kind of pool up the mineral water in your hands. You can see the carbonation bubble up, and it's a surreal experience seeing the dark black water. It's if you've ever imagined Aaron Ye's favorite pool.
Those galaxy bath bombs that bath bombs.
Bath bums.
Bath bombs that turn the bath water black. Those are super cool.
Lockhart, this is a place
Yes, go
of
kid.
amazing. This place is absolutely beautiful. It's peaceful. Why would you ever leave such a place to go to anywhere but here? I mean,
Why does any adventurer ever leave, Car Kid? To see the unknown. To pursue what they may not even understand. Nothing lasts forever, little buddy.
Little buddy.
And he
That
takes
is
a
true.
slip of his plum wine.
but the beauty, I've never seen this.
Even the
anywhere
good times. It is. It's good to be back.
This is
Even if it is exiled and unintended.
this is the closest I've been to anywhere remotely resembling my home, Skyworld.
Ah,
And thank you for bringing me here.
you're welcome. And you're even free of that prick Yonsei Bin over here.
Is Skyworld like Waterworld?
Worse. Zephyr. Worse.
Well-
Instead of Kevin Costner, think about the worst version of Dustin Hoffman's Hook you can think of. That's the kind of arse Yonsei Bin is. All right,
God,
Car Kid.
Carrot
He's-
Top.
He's a real dick.
Yancy, they're all. There's good and bad in all planes, both land, sea, and air. Yancy he is up there.
I need everyone to make a perception check.
Still great. So great.
I got a nat 20,
21.
so 22.
20 not natural.
18.
9.
Who's got a 20 or who's got the 20 or above? Buford? Clash guy?
Nope.
Maybe one day I'll see things.
You're too busy
Maybe
watching me
one day.
backstroke. Just backstroke.
You see as another set of lightning strikes the Temple of Dongitude. After that lightning strike, it's like a buzz is in the air. And you begin to look up and you can see shadows where there aren't supposed to be shadows. And it's off-putting experience as they scatter and skulk without reason. And you can hear just a couple of the regulars just talking after it happens. No reaction to the lightning that hit. that dragon tongue rod, but just general chatter between them.
Rob, where's our gear at?
Your gear is currently back in the lockers.
I get out of the pool and I go get my crossbows. My hand crossbows.
As you go
I don't
back,
bring out any of the gear.
Still naked.
as you
Yep.
you go back to go fetch your gear. Hold up. No weapons in the bathhouse. Still chewing on his chute. He puts a hand in front of you. This is a sanctuary.
You got shit crawling on the ceilings, mate. You want to look at it yourself? Come with me.
Look. Looks up and there's nothing wrong at all.
Did I
Lockhart,
still see shit crawling on the ceiling?
Don't see anything.
did anyone else see that? 'Cause what, was it just me and Buford that saw it? No, because
think-
Zephyr. Is that normal? Did you guys see that? Or I've never been to one of these places, so I don't know if that's just part of the ambiance, but it's not very relaxing. There are
Erin Ye has her eyes closed and she was starting to doze off and she kind of just reaches over and just kind of is like,
no. This is one of those. This is one of those
and
times.
I like try to like shut his beak.
See, and I'll go,
No, go ahead.
nope, you go.
I was just gonna say, I've never been to one of these. I don't remember if I have or no, I haven't. And so, no, I haven't seen the shadows before, but it's kind of cool, right? Ghosts.
Shadows, what are you?
See,
I'm quiet.
that's what I was trying to tell
Pumpkin,
you.
what happens to you speaking quietly and slowly?
There's excitement in the area, so it changes the tone of my voice. There's
And I
something.
open my eyes
going on.
slowly and I look around. Do I see anything, Rob?
Don't see anything out of ordinary except for 3 of the regulars appear to be getting out of the bath, and you see a little bit of old man dongitude that you wished you hadn't seen.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I see nothing except for things I do not want to see. So if you do not mind, I was trying very hard to relax and forget all the shit that we've been through for 5 seconds.
Yeah, just calm down, bud. My head's just below the water.
Little bubbles.
You can actually hear the whip
I didn't
of a
realize
towel.
that said that. I did not realize that was on this other side of it. That's from way earlier. I flipped to a random page in an earlier episode.
You can
But yes,
actually hear the
skeptical.
crack of a towel as one of the old men apparently strikes the other in the ass with his towel.
Keeping my eyes firmly shut.
I'm gonna come back and say, well, I don't like the shadows across the wall. They won't let me bring my crossbows in here. I'm done for the day in this fucking bathhouse. I don't like it.
Lockhart
What am
looks
I
over
gonna
to
do?
you. Calm down, Bloody. You all worked up over nothing. Come here. You died enough in the last week. Get
You
over
got
here.
that right. That's why I'm worked up. I'm sick of fucking dying.
Get over
You
here.
Borrowed fucking time. Borrowed time. I should have been dead 8 times over now.
Oh, don't
I
tell
ain't
me
doing it no
about
more.
dying over here, Bloody. You had a broken record. Come here. Lean over here.
Nope. I don't come over there.
And I'll look up at Buford as well and just being like, don't you want to relax?
I did.
No time for relaxing.
Get your. It looks over and goes. Get your man over here.
I just
Turn
watched the
around, begin to
ceiling.
walk away.
Are you still in the water, Bloody, or
No, I came back from trying to get my fucking weapons. So I'm just watching
I'll
the ceiling.
sigh and stand up and wade over to where he is and be like, we do not get to relax often. Seriously? You can keep an eye out, but relax while you do it.
I'll get back in the water, but I still eye the ceiling where the shadows were.
Is it a ceiling or is it open to the sky?
Or wherever the shadows were, sorry.
Roll a perception check, Bloody.
$22.
You spend the better part of the next 45 minutes focused on where those shadows were. As your hands begin to prune up, gripping onto the edges, you don't see anything else.
Good enough.
Ugh.
I wanna.
Go for it.
Oh, I wanna power walk through the water over toward Bloody. It's like as fast as I can through the water, and I go up to him. I'm like, "Are you scared of dying?"
Nope. Not scared. I've done it enough. And there's things I need to get done. There's things I've beat around the bush about. And I'm, like I've said, borrowed time. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be alive. How many times have I gone down? How many times? Countless times.
How many times have we got you back up?
Yep. The last time, I had literally some kind of fucking god take it out to where he wanted to choke me to death with his own bare hands.
Yet you were here.
We don't kink shame here.
You defied a god. You survived a god. What does that say about you? What does that say about us? We never really talked about what went down. We haven't had a chance. You died. And there was a monkey, there was a dragon. You were dead. I was almost dead. Clashgar was almost dead. That was
Monkeys are not gorillas.
extremely careless and fucked up situation, but we are still here. Does that not count for something?
I owe you guys a lot. But it tells me that if a god was so adamant to kill me and I got away, what stops him from following me again?
Well, technically it wasn't a god. I think it was just either like a messenger of the god or one of the chosen of the gods or something like that. But either way, and I reach over and I boop him right on the nose and I cast bark skin on him. You know, just in case. And then I
flavor
sink
it
down
however you want.
into the water.
Want it to look. And it doesn't need to be bark skin. It can be whatever you want to make it. Bloody. Something that bolsters your defenses.
It would probably be... Oh, man. I don't want to go with smoke. I feel like smoke's too easy. It's probably gonna look a little bit... I get a little paler.
Is that possible?
And like a grayish color. And
so my color.
it looks very similar to the way Aaron Ye's skin tone looks. And it's just it.
Sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done describing.
Oh no, go. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I was just gonna say to Bloody, a lot's happened in the last days, last couple of days. I was in a room with some really weird stuff going down, and then, I come downstairs and you're in handcuffs, and everything just transpired from there. You were dead, and then you weren't. How is that possible?
I don't really know myself. I know that I've been dead 7, 8, fucking maybe 10 times so far since I've met everybody. And it wasn't too bad until this last one. It felt very personal with Milton. I've never been choked to death. I've never had somebody look into my eyes and just want to kill me so bad and do it with such purpose. All I know is that I know I sound like a broken record, mate, but it's borrowed time. There's things I want to accomplish. There's things I want to do. I shouldn't be here.
What do you want to do with the time you have left? If tomorrow was your last day, what would you do today?
What would I do today? No fucking clue, mate. That's the thing, because I can't think about what I would want to do. It's what I need to do.
What do you need
And
to do?
I got people back home I need to help. And I don't want to die. I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to die. And I'm assuming we're kind of off to ourselves a little bit, and I'll just say,
You guys are by yourselves at this point.
okay. I find someone like Aaron, yeah. I wasn't looking for something like that. It just happened. I'd like to try to grow old with her. I don't think I'm gonna get that opportunity.
Oh.
Why not?
How many times have I fucking died?
Yet you're still...
A cat only has 9 lives. I'm not a fucking cat.
You're seeing the negative, and you've gone down and come back time after time. Maybe there's a greater purpose yet for you. Say you have people back home you need to help. Maybe that is your purpose. And Aranye is your reason to fulfill that purpose. You help them, and maybe it buys you the longevity in your life that you want to grow old with her. I don't know. Love is not my... It's not my forte. I swore a vow against it, and I serve my purpose where I'm from, but if you need help, all you have to do is say the word and I'll be there. I'm sure everyone else here will too.
I don't doubt you, as a group or individually. It's the same way here. I just don't. Like you said, I go down, I come back up. There's only so many times you can do that, mate. It's luck of the draw. I don't try to do this. I don't try to get myself in these situations. I don't like it. It's not fun. It don't feel good. It fucking hurts.
We are very good at sticking our fingers in the socket, so to speak.
Yep. But
you can't live your life in fear that every day you're going to die. Granted, you do have a good track record of doing so.
It's not a fear of dying. It's a fear of not accomplishing what I need to get done. I could die the second everything's done and it's okay. I made promises back home. People depend on me.
What do you need to do back home?
Daddy Fatnuts goes in for a hug, a neck hug.
Doll.
I give him little scratches on the back of the head.
He whispers in your ear, "Oi."
The kindest, softest boy in the world. There's this bitch of a Yuan-Ti who's been attacking my village for God knows how long. We can fend her off, but we can't keep her. We can't defeat her. We don't know why you see the way I look. I live in a fucking swamp, mate. It's a little oasis. And we don't know what she's after. We know that we could keep her at bay. But for as long as we've been doing it, we don't know if we have much longer to do it. I'm not saying it's now or never, but I left in order to get help. I met this group, and it was that first necessity, and now it's a friendship, in some situations a partnership, and I kind of nod over towards Aaron. And right now I'm torn because I can't leave everyone here behind to go back, but I know that eventually either Yasu, which is that slimy young T bitch, she'll either break through the barriers. It's just a matter of time. She's been doing it long enough. She has creatures from the swamp, plus other Yuan-Ti to help her.
Why do you think you need to leave us to go do your own thing? Why not just ask your friends, your family, to help?
Well, I wasn't wanting to leave. That wasn't necessarily an option. But it's something that if everybody wasn't on the same page with it, I'd have to leave.
I think all you need to do is just tell them what you've told me. I will never find love in this play. I can't. It's not for me. But if I can help you and Aaron solidify your relationship by going to your home and helping you as an individual, I can set aside what I need to do for the time being to help the people of my friends, you all. You've accepted me. And it's the least I can do is to help you.
You know, mate, you keep saying you don't know love. That's what it is right there. You're willing to bend over backwards for us. If that ain't love, I don't know what is.
That's the love of a family and friend. The love I can never have is what I feel you and Aaron share. It's an unspoken. She was willing to die for you. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were going to die, and I was going to leave you because the sacrifice of one for the greater good is sometimes required, but she wasn't having it. She went in for you. Death was not even thought in her head, and she's still just... I can't say I would do the same for anybody that I know.
I wasn't expecting it from anybody. I was fully prepared to die. So you guys get away? Fucking lucked out, didn't we? I should have been dead at least. Aaron Day probably too.
And here we are.
Yep. Well, maybe I'm a little on edge. We should enjoy ourselves a little bit. But I won't say that it's not that fucking tingling on the back of my neck won't ever go away. I don't know what Milton was, and I don't know who the fuck he works for, but I feel like I just creeped up to number one on whoever's shit list, mate.
One
Lockhart
problem at a time.
leaning up a little bit farther away, kind of waves. And don't forget, I almost was sold into slavery, so thank you. Appreciate it.
And I died too, So we're both in the dead club.
It's listening. Not that this is
Well, I'm not saying that mine's
not
worse
a-
than others. I'm just saying.
It's not a contest. I just wanted to know that I'm really happy not being a slave. Thank you.
So, I rolled to see if I would actually be sleeping or secretly paying attention, and all my other perception checks have been shit. That one was a nat 20.
Nice.
Screenshot or lies. I'm joking.
I will fucking send you this, asshole.
And what do you do?
So if they're having their moment there, I'll just kind of open my eyes and glance over to Bloody Buford, like hearing everything that he was saying, and I'll take a note of it for later to have a talk with him. We get a personal, private moment, but I'll hear what he says. I didn't know if I'd be sleeping. I thought if it rolled low, I'm like, then Aranye's passed out, like snoring with a towel over her face, like not paying attention at all.
But having Lockhart say, they go, right, what the fuck happened to you in the tower, mate? Victor, I'm fucking, who knows what happened to him? Tower's shot to shit. You were gonna be some kind of slave, hopefully not for sex. Or maybe hopefully for sex.
I have a feeling that I was gonna be sold into the magic slave trade. Well, other individuals that were with me, you never saw in the other room. They didn't make it. Back at the Triple D, they decided they'd pull the magic essence right out of their bodies.
How'd you get in that predicament, mate? Because we went back to the tower after we headed to the sewers. And the tower's
Lockhart.
blown to shit.
Did you know what happened to the tower?
Of course I know what happened to the tower.
And what happened to Nephil?
The Wellgradians came back. A lot more than just the one arsehole we had captured.
How could it be so easy for them to just say, "Oh yes, it was these guys in the tower that they did it"?
They
After
were
all
here the whole
shit
time.
we protected.
And yeah, they were here the whole time. They played us like a harp. They knew it. They don't care about blowing up the capital as much as getting rid of us. The minute that we intervened and stopped their plans, we became number one most enemy. That was the problem. They didn't care whether that bomb blew up underneath the capital. If it did, more power to them. But if it did anything to disgrace us, it won the PR award. They played us out in Yay, and it's my fault. Because I was too damn worried about getting rid of that bomb. And then I put you in the position. Y'all haven't even digested. No one even knows the numbers. How many people we blew up back in that harbor?
I didn't blow up shit. It was the goddamn wild Creatians. They had the bomb. It's not me.
It's still partially on us. Whether you want to admit it or not.
Lockhart, do you know about your friend at the house?
Oh, Neffel didn't make it very long. He's, for every bit of a obedient man that Neffel is, he's got a little bit of a wild streak in him. He actually, and Lockhart looks over at Daddy Fatnuts. Actually, he died defending little Daddy's honor over there. They are about to throw him out the window. The whole reason that Daddy Fat Nuts is still here is because of
I
old
went
Neffel.
back and I went in to look for you, and I saw the remnants of Neffel and heard them talking about you and the entire fucked up situation. And I found Daddy Fat Nuts there, so
Yeah,
it was.
they balled him up like a little softball, and they threw him up against the wall once, twice, and they did it a third time. Neffel came up in there in his sniffling demeanor. Neffel stabbed one of them real good. It was with his butler knife, so he really had to jam it in there. But it's got a little bit of a serrated edge.
Oh my god.
It's the short, fat, rounded ones.
Yeah. Well, nobody ever said that Neffel was the sharpest knife in the cupboard.
Buford raises his plum wine and to Neffel.
The Neffel,
He gives a little sip.
the defender of
Yeah,
fat
Finn.
nuts.
Long may he live. But no.
And Daddy Fat Nuts dips his head into your plum wine.
Oi. Chip.
May he
kind of-
rest in peace.
What kind of a sick fuck anyway throws a squirrel? What an asshole.
Goddamn right, mate. We'll
What an
fucking kill them
asshole.
all.
But at that point, I proceeded to get my arse kicked and drugged through. And if you haven't reasoned at this point, there's a few of the guards within Skyguard that aren't exactly loyal to Inquisitor Milton. It was a tandem force. They come in, they ransack the place, they planted shit all over the tower. Skyguard is good as fucked now. We got no way in. I got no context to talk to. Matter of fact, we may have killed the only honest man inside of Skyguard.
Who you talking about, mate?
Talking to a man that put his hands around your throat.
So we might have killed the only ally we had because we were set up and
Yeah. Yeah.
so is Skyguard lost? Is there any chance of us saving it at this point?
When I got everyone together in this group, it's because I thought I could find a purpose to the skills that I learned while I was here. Apply it. Maybe make someplace better than before I got there. And Lockhart kind of wipes part of his face away, kind of mixed sweat and a little bit of glassy eyed. Well, life is full of failures. We can chalk that one up.
It's no kidding. I am not surprised that we could not protect people from themselves. I've seen it again and again. Cannot save people.
Aaron, yeah, you can. The problem is that a lot of people, whenever they fail, they don't ever try again. And just because Skyguard didn't work out, in my merry band of adventurers that I hoped could protect the city, could only partially do it. Doesn't mean it's not worth doing.
What if you don't want to try again?
We have to.
You're
Otherwise,
tired of trying.
I'll try until I'm dead, Arinye. I
And
took a
even
vow
if you
when
die,
I was here
I'll
to...
bring you back.
That's right, Zephyr. That's the spirit.
failures
Mate.
are only failures if you don't learn from them and turn them around. We might not be able to save Skyguard, but we have a friend in need. Right now.
There's a lot of things on the list to do. And y'all have done a significant portion to my needs. It's time I invest back into you. But I can tell you this. Whenever we get done with the business within this group, I'm gonna put my hammer in that dragoon's throat. You can see his fist clench up. And one of the rocks on the edge of that spring begin to crack. I'm gonna put a hammer in his throat. What he did to me, what he did to that city, I won't forget. Tears kind of rolling down his face. I won't ever forget. If it's the last thing that I do.
It's what he did to all of us. And if we've failed, for every failure there's a redemption. And what are we if we don't redeem ourselves? I think that we can do much together. Set things straight. And I'm with you, and I'll be slicing and dicing him with his own sword.
I look forward to it, Clashgar.
I'll just slap him on the shoulder.
You know, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I feel like I've been heading that way for a while now. Might as well try to have more good intentions in the future for however long that lasts.
Would you quit being so morbid over there? Just because you went down a couple of times. Be happy. You got the friends that raised you. You still got your memories.
Maybe not your childhood, though. That's probably gone.
I only smell pumpkin pie now. It's great, but it sucks at the same time because I'm always hungry.
I go over to Buford and I kind of look at him, I grab him, and I'm like, I will not let you die. I promise.
Me neither. And I like come up out of the water, like
Like,
my chin.
I have my hands on him, and you like put your arms underneath mine and also grab his face.
As the black water dripping from your face is like a scene from fucking Carrie. As you Carl reemerges, not missing a beat.
How fucking long can you hold your breath? Jesus.
Indefinitely. And I slide back down into the water.
Carl,
Car.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw when you go back underneath.
Oh no!
Oh man. I need to look at how many points I have for that. That's a 19 plus 6, 25.
Ooh.
Somehow I am very wise.
When you're underneath the water, You look out and you can see.
Got your eyes open under there?
Hell yeah, man. I'm seeing everybody's junk.
You can see shadows darting throughout the water. And you blink, and they're not there again.
What the fuck?
Does she notice the water churning in a propeller-like motion?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Quit helicoptering.
That's his nervous
The whole
tick.
time you're having this moment.
This serious
Like,
moment.
Yep. That's his nervous tick.
Churning the butter.
The natural carbonation of the spring doesn't allow for it.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
So whenever they showed up the first time, did you say that they were like whispering?
Wispy like shadows.
Oh, okay, a wispy. Okay, sorry, I misheard.
So you just all saw strange things in the water.
Give.
Hold on, let's see. Nope, yeah, it's
I'm
about that.
I'm scared
rolled a
what
2
you're
on
gonna show
performance.
us.
That was a 2 on performance. It looks just like that.
Oh,
Sloppy helicopter.
Oh goodness.
I
The
can't
old
find
dick
Ellen
twist.
Caravan.
Give him the old dick twist.
Oh, that hurts my head just thinking about it.
Can I investigate the shadowy doodads?
You pop your head up, and you blink, and you can't tell at all.
Okay, I go back under and I look again. I do the whole in and out of the water thing.
Zephyr, seriously. Just stop that.
There were things though.
Yes, I'm sure there are plenty of things down there. It is natural.
Not people things. I already looked at those. I'm talking about wispy things.
Wait, you saw them too?
I saw them the first time. Now they're under the water. I bet they're doing the same
Fuck.
thing I'm doing. And I don't realize that as I'm going like this, it's going... It's doing the same thing
Oh, all that water's in your mouth. Gross.
It's fine. Does it taste like soda?
It tastes like soda.
No.
Rob, I want to cast this. This might bring everything to light here, but I'm going to cast light underneath the water.
Yes, light.
That was a good one, Serena.
Look, it's a butt in a fur coat.
You cast light. That's a 30-foot imminent.
20-foot radius. And dim light, bright light for 20 feet, and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
As it flashes out underneath the water, that everyone else that's up above can see it radiating. I need everyone to make a perception check.
How many dongers do I see? I see a lot of dongers.
I've seen them all. I'm the donger queen. Oh, that's another 19. Oh, yeah.
Zephyr, first of her name, Queen of Dongs.
Queen
Oh,
of the dongos.
Milady, queen of the dongers.
Modongos.
Hmm.
Did you say
21.
perception? Yes.
I got a nat 1.
Who, buddy? You're just blinded by all them dongers.
Blinded by the dogs.
Oh, great. Kind of music.
Oh, I hate the
Please
title
not
of
battle
this one.
music. Please not battle music. Please not battle music. Please not battle music.
Do you have helicopter music?
As you guys look, you can see 3 that light emanates and pushes out any form of darkness from underneath that mineral-like pool. As it does, it flashes. And you can see shadows shoot up the sides of that pool. And they come up around almost like a cylinder. From where you're sitting at. And you can't see. They're almost completely opaque.
Gramophone?
Goddamn gramophone.
Oh, good. I was like, oh no.
Fucking Roll20 just shit out on me.
No. Suspense.
All
Please
the
not battle
suspense.
music. Please not battle music.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the black shadows shoot up the sides. In an opaque color. With a sneeze.
Oh, I
Lockhart.
Bless you.
Lockhart.
Gesundheit.
There must be something in the wind.
I farted. It's probably a little bit nipply.
Not right
And
now.
those side shadows begin to condense. And they step away from the pool from where that light is emanating at. Zephyr, make a perception check with advantage.
So, Rob, does it look like they can't come into the light?
Nat 1 on the first roll. Oof. And a 15 plus 2 is 17.
The shadowy images begin to condense into almost a humanoid-like form. A very, very rigid, like armor, and spikes and sharp edges. And you can see what looks like swords that begin to form by their sides. As the entire group looks as they take another step back, as a bright shining light begins to emanate back behind Zephyr and Aaron Ye, as you turn and look up and you can feel a long drawn out purr back behind you, and you look up and you see a large snow leopard, light emanating around him as snow's on him, placing a paw up on your shoulder. That's where we will leave this week.
Ah, bullshit.
Oh man.
Time to have the awkward naked battle.
I'm there. I'm here for it. I was
Everything
hoping
out
it would happen.
I can't write fast enough.
No! I'm sorry, everybody.
I've had goosebumps this entire time, Rob. Like, this whole place is just like, it's my shit. I want it to be real. I want it to be there.
I'm glad
real
you're
life.
enjoying it.
Yes.
It's so, and everybody for this arc, like, it's gonna be, there's a lot of atmospheric things, and you gotta let that play out. You can't just throw the formula, like, they need to have a conflict at least every 2 weeks. There's a lot of shit for them to work. They haven't really unpacked in a long time.
Ever, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
We've
It's been
killed
banned on the run
halflings.
the whole fucking time.
yeah.
We've killed halflings.
There's a lot that we got to unpack tonight. I'm very proud of you guys. There was a lot to do there. A lot of times we just get sidetracked on a really good joke, and that is a strength of this group. We'll do that, but we got to unpack some personal things with the characters that I'm very proud about.
yes.
We took off
consequential
all
role playing of backstories.
outside armors, our mind blocks, and we let everything out. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Just all
Can't
hanging
take
out.
anything back. It's all out there.
I just can't wait for you to not talk slow when you go back and visit Yoshido.
Seriously, what an asshole!
I love
We trusted him.
Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything.
I love that.
Go watch
I
it.
absolutely love that. The speaking slow thing, that makes me so happy.
I had to throw a trope at you, so I threw a turtle trope.
That's amazing. I need to get him lunch.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Mike pulls out his iPhone, checks lunch.
I have I have 2 reminders, and one of them is a joke I haven't used yet. And
You have a reminder to use a joke. That's
Yes.
amazing.
You're such a
Fun,
dad.
buddy. You're so great.
Get your white Nike shoes on with the grass stains on, Dad.
So
they're
I-
New Balance, and they're comfy.
Sandals.
Oh man, I can't. Well, there's so much I want to fucking spoil out of this fucking arc and this adventure. I'm just like, man, I can't wait for him to get to this part. I can't wait for him to go over here.
Can't wait for us to get sidetracked and go that way for like 3 weeks.
Can't wait to get trapped in a blizzard realm.
For, what was supposed to be just a one-off.
3 months later.
Yeah.
10 years later.
Can't wait to lick Scourge coming in butt touch.
One day,
You get a
Scourge.
side quest.
One
You
day.
get a side quest.
Arigato gozaimasu. Gozaimasu.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. This is a fun place. A lot of shit to work out while we're in Mudang Dong.
Yes.
Good job, Chad. Good job, Tyson.
Hey, thanks.
I
Everybody.
was literally waiting for a moment to talk, and I was like, nope. There's no spot. This is perfect. There's no intervening. There's no intervening in this perfection of a conversation.
I love getting into backstories. It's like my favorite part of D&D is finding out about stuff under the surface of what's going on behind the character.
And I feel awful because I was trying to check and I have 0 notes because you've told us before. It was on the turkey episode. You told us, and I don't remember anything of it. I remember you're supposed to protect somebody, and they got killed. And by the snake lady. And that's literally all I remember. So I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I was too busy with third
It's been
third
like,
lead
what,
Greg.
months?
Well, turkey episodes of Thanksgiving, so what?
Yeah.
Oh.
6
November,
months.
yeah.
That was this many minutes
Wow.
ago.
Yeah.
That was chapter 11.
Turkey Dragon.
Turkey
My favorite
dragon.
favorite boss or enemy so far.
The turkey. I love the reskin bosses. The turkey dragon and the cookie beholder.
Yeah.
Cookie Beholder was awesome.
Rob, if you don't do like a Star Spangled D&D for us around the 4th of July, and we're all Americans, we go into a pocket dimension, talk like this, you sons of bitches, I'll be so mad.
How dare you? You're impugning on my freedom.
They
Maybe
took our jobs.
maybe that's when you guys should get a crossover with Neon Regimes and go do some American shit with Arnor. If
They took your dog.
They took our quest.
Speaking of autographs, when's the D&D book signing? When are we doing that stuff? And the giveaway. We got a player's handbook, a dungeon master's guide, and a monster manual.
yes,
'Cause you
we
guys
do.
are crazy.
First, they all got to come in. So they've been placed. They'll be coming in from
Okay.
Amazon this week, and then
Nice.
we're gonna lay down the logistics of getting them signed.
Nice.
I mean, I can come down there whenever they.
Not worried about.
What's up, Rob?
Not worried about the cape signatures. Pretty easy. Pretty easy.
Oh, I take it back. That was episode 8. It was before Beth's.
Yeah,
Found
it was really early on.
I named that episode Orbs and Sacks.
Yep.
I think this is our longest campaign to date.
Yes,
This is our
this is.
highest level,
I love it.
longest campaign.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I will give everyone a treat.
Treat.
Yeah,
treat.
I'll give a little extra treat right here. I'll give a little side. I haven't done one of these in a while for people that stay and linger right after the show.
Give me some
While
candy.
you're looking up your treat, I
Yep.
believe RoBear has the YouTube up to date. Are all episodes?
All
up?
None
episodes are
of-
up to date on YouTube.
There you go.
Of
So
ours
for those
too?
of you,
Everything is
Nice.
up to date on YouTube. The only thing that's not there is backlog, like previous 20 episodes, which will take editing because the other episodes are not recorded in a nice, easy style. I'm still learning how to do this shit. But I will give you guys an extra scene. If you guys could stop typing for a little bit where you're at, just so it could not echo in on the mics. Thank you.
Sorry, Dad.
Yes. For chat, you currently see a scene inside the inner sanctum of the Temple of Dongitude. And you can see several finely dressed monks surrounding a large blue crystal. About 6 monks in total, all wearing burgundy with gold rope tied around at the waist, completely shaved heads, male and female, currently kneeling in prayer. One could almost say lurking around this crystal. Absorbing its energy over time. A large shot of electricity comes down from the lightning rod as it extends down. It hits from the top of the tongue of that dragon's mouth and it whips around and it curls and it descends down inside its body. And you can see the electricity flow as it exits through this dragon's claws and paws and it actually enters through the temple, its body going all the way down from feet to tail as it curls and it exits towards the top of that large blue crystal. And it hits with a force. But it doesn't stop the monks that are sitting there as they continue to remain in prayer. I will leave you with that scene.
nice.
So the takeaway from this is that slowly over time, you will find in other cities and institutions the embodiment of your time harvesting sparks. And you will find it within the community, within the story, throughout. This just happens to be Mudane Dong's way. And you will see them over time, different areas of how your time spent on this platform affects within our own story and areas. So enjoy that nice little extra tidbit.
Nice.
Very nice.
And on that note, we wave goodbye to everyone. Much love. Thank you. Please follow everybody in the cast if you have not on Twitter and on Mixer. Thank you so much for the unbelievable support and making us the largest 24/7 D&D community in the world. Thank you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next Wednesday.